What's up, and welcome back to the Wellness for Entrepreneurs series. Again, I'm Niall, and I'm guiding you through this fantabulous space. And thanks again for being here so much. You're so valued and welcomed in this space, and I'm excited to get on about this second topic, which is all about structuring your day and approaching your business in a way that is optimal for you. So this is going to be an interesting topic for the simple fact you're going to be like, what do you mean optimal for me? Like things have to move, things have to move, right? So first and foremost, this is definitely going to be dependent on your industry and the field in which you're working in. But at the end of the day, this is still 100% about you. Because again, you're a human. You're a human in your personal life, and you're also a human in your work. And one thing about this series is all about humanizing work, humanizing the fact that it takes you, a human, to do your work, and that sometimes the things that may be going on within you, within your mind, your heart, your body, can have an impact on your business. And if you're not paying attention to yourself, like in video one, we talk about self-awareness, just having awareness of what's going on in your body, in your mind, your emotions, how you're interacting with people, what you're doing, what you're not doing, if you're conscious, if you're not conscious about what you're doing, and getting conscious, and then exploring some activities that can help us to be more present, right? So we explored that in video one because it was so important to talk about the importance of awareness, right? So now that we have an understanding of what awareness is, how we can use awareness to not only understand ourselves and our business, but also others, we can now move into having an even deeper understanding of our own systems, our body, and how we are approaching our business, and asking the question, is the way that we're approaching our business optimal for ourselves and our business? And when I say ourselves first, I mean it. Is it optimal? Are you structuring your day in a way that is optimal for you? Or are you just kind of doing it because everybody else is doing it, or because you think that's how it's supposed to be done? Have you even considered what a optimally structured day would look like for you, and how that could impact your energy levels, your focus, your attention, your ability to actually accomplish goals? I know there's a lot of different ways that we could accomplish goals, and there's a lot of great valuable insight out there that maybe 100% it doesn't apply to in your business, but you can always gain something. But how do we now take that and couple that with the awareness of ourselves and our bodies and translate that into something that is actually usable for ourselves? This is where this topic comes in. Yay. All right. So first thing I'm going to talk about is understanding your body's own natural rhythm. Now, I will say that as you're getting to know your body's own natural rhythm, this may take a moment to get used to, or it can happen very quickly. The moment that you decide, I want to know what my body's natural rhythm is, meaning my body is like when it needs rest, when it's really ready, energized and ready to optimize everything, and when it's kind of like I might need a little bit of rest, and when it's like I need a lot of rest, right? So understanding your body's natural rhythm. This also means getting to know your body's natural circadian rhythm, your rest, your sleep and wake hours. That's what that means. Also getting to know your body's rhythm around seasons, right? So how does your body feel during the spring season? What is your energy like? Where does your mind go? How does your body feel during the summer, the fall, the winter? Now, if you're in a place where you don't get seasons like that, now it's completely different. And of course, typically, like I know for myself, during the winter season, I get a little bit more lethargic. I want to hibernate. I literally would just want to be a big old bear and go to sleep, and I just eat a ton. And then the spring season, I start to feel myself come alive. But just as much as our bodies may be doing these natural things, our businesses can't necessarily hibernate. They have to keep going. And what do we do when we're beginning to become aware of our natural systems, our natural cycles, and how can we plan and structure our business around our natural cycles? That's what this whole section, this whole video is about, planning our business around our cycles instead of planning our cycles around our business. Now, you could do both. You could have a very beautiful balance, which is the point, to have a balance around your business and your personal life, right? But I want you to really consider yourself first. Now, if you're already an entrepreneur and you already have systems that are working super well, then that's really awesome. The next question that I want to ask for somebody in your situation is, how do you feel? Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, how do you feel? If possible, you might want to revisit some of the prompts from video one, or you can just take your time to go through the prompts here as well for video two, because I want you to really consider how you feel and what's your energy level. Are you taking any type of extra things in order to help boost your energy throughout the day. I know some of us may do that, like, some folks will drink a ton of coffee. I know for myself, I recently started drinking bone broth as a way to kind of help me to be a little bit more balanced and also to get a lot more of the nutrients that I was kind of missing from my diet. Some people may take vitamin D or like a multivitamin to help them boost. I'm sorry, not vitamin D. They may take vitamin B or any other type of multivitamin that may help them boost their energy levels. But again, these are all supplements to help us supplement the fact that we may be missing something in our diets. It is true. Our bodies can't necessarily create on its own all of the amino acids, the nutrients, the vitamins, the whatever that we need in order to sustain high levels of functionality throughout the day. Now, when I say high levels, there's going to be a point where like, whew, yeah, we're really operating high. There's going to be times of low points. And I will say that we do live in a society where when we are personally in our body, in our minds, in our souls, whatever, we're having a low point. Typically that's like, oh, geez, I'm so mad that I'm having this low point because that means I'm not being as productive. The question is, though, are you willing to allow yourself to lean into the low point when it comes? The low point can be you're just energetically not feeling super up to it right now. It can be that you're having an emotional plight, you're having an issue, you're having some sort of a sadness or depressive episode coming on. Are you willing to allow yourself to lean into that, to be more aware in that period, to discover more of what's going on and to navigate through and out of it as the time comes? Your low points don't necessarily have to be anything that's bad per se. They can, like I said, they could just be you need a moment of rest. But the question is, are you allowing yourself to rest when you need to rest? Are you allowing yourself to process and be in tune with your emotions as they come and go? Are you allowing yourself to be aware and to not suppress or avoid anything that may be going on in your personal life? Because whether or not you push through it or not, or you ignore it or not, you try to escape from it or not, whether or not you're escaping through your work or someplace or using another method, the moral of the story is that when you're doing that, you're not allowing yourself to fully be present, to embody your complete truth and allow things to flow and leave as they need to. So this is why it's important to understand how you're approaching your business. Are you structuring things in a way that allows you to be a human, allows you to live, allows you to be and to express and to be completely who you are unapologetically, right? Create without inhibition, to be without inhibition, to be without self-deprecating language, to be without, blaming yourself because something that you didn't get done yesterday and it's now spilling over to today. Now, of course, it depends on your business. It depends on what you're doing. It depends on your offering. It depends on your industry. But at the end of the day, you are the creator of your business. You come first. And if you don't have your own business and you're here and you work a 9 to 5, then you, again, are the creator of your life. Even if you have to clock in and clock out, you're in control of your focus, of your time, of what you do and what you don't do, of how you treat yourself and how you speak to yourself. So if you don't give yourself the time to rest, to rejuvenate, to relax, when your body is especially calling for it, when your mind is calling for it, you're doing yourself a great disservice. And if you're running your own business, it's important to understand what time of day do I need the most rest? Or what time of day am I optimized? Am I working the best? Or what season ends up being one of the most prime seasons for me and my business, depending on my industry, right? Like at what point, at what types of relationships seems to be boosting my energy? Or where is my focus right now? Is my focus helping me to really boost my energy or to understand how my day needs to be structured? There may become a time where you might need to take a step back and reanalyze the current structure of your business, the current culture of your business. Whether or not you're a solopreneur or you're working with other folks, you need to have an understanding of, is my current business structure, isn't the way that I'm also approaching my business on a personal level, is it optimal for me and my body? Because you come first. Your creations are what's next. Your creations are a part of you, and so they also matter deeply, just as your feelings matter and your emotions matter deeply. But if you're not well within, it's going to be hard for you to withstand. It may be hard for you sometimes to navigate through periods of resistance or stagnancy. It may be hard for you to actually be in for the super long game. The point here is that I don't want any of us to burn out, because the way that we've structured our lives is just business only, personal life, blah, pop in the air, right? So that's the first thing, just understanding your body's natural rhythms and your body's natural cycles. Getting an understanding of your nutrition also is going to be another important thing. What you put into your body is literally what you become. Your body absorbs it. It absorbs into your cells, into your DNA. It absorbs into every single one of your, what are they called? These things. God. It absorbs into every single one of your systems, being like your nervous system, your endocrine system, which your endocrine system is one of the largest systems. And then everything else, right? So you want to know what you're putting into your body. So if you have the means to do it, I recommend definitely getting like a blood test to have an idea of maybe what you may be lacking nutrition wise. And if you can, also work with a nutritionist so that you can figure out specifically for your body type and for your blood work, what are the right types of foods, fruits, vegetables, grains, meals, beans, all these things, a holistic diet. What is going to be the most optimal diet for you, specifically you? Because just because somebody over there told you this is what you're supposed to have doesn't mean that that's necessarily perfect for your unique chemistry. So even if you don't have the means to get your blood work done or see a nutritionist, well, one, I would definitely recommend, if you don't have a physician, whether or not you're doing like a government healthcare program or you're doing a personal program, I definitely recommend getting a checkup at least once a year to get your blood work done. It's going to be really, really important for your health and wellness, and will also help you to identify if there's anything going on that may be greater, right? Because in some cases, what I'm talking about could literally just be, oh, you're waking up too early, too late, you're sleeping too long, too little, you're not eating the right things, but it could also be something a little bit more severe going on that you're unaware of. And a lot of times seeing your physician on at least a yearly basis to get your blood work done, to get your physical done, can really mean the difference. And for women, seeing your gynecologist as well, at least once a year, can also make a big difference in understanding what's going on within your health and understanding this issue has been persistent for some time and I haven't understood why, but like now I have an idea, right? Or I've been feeling super unenergized and lethargic for so long or depressed and I haven't understood why. And perhaps you could be having a thyroid issue, right? So these are things that you're going to want to make sure you're taking care of, right? Your health and your wellness literally comes first. I will continue to say this a couple more times in this video because it's so very important. This is the purpose of this series and this program, is for you to understand just how important you are as a person, you are as a human, you are as a being, you are as a spirit. Literally what you're offering here is so important, and I want you to be able to offer that for a long time, and I want that to be able to transform and mold as it needs to and serve the community, serve the globe the way that it's meant to for a long time. And I always want it to come from a place that is, heart-based, whatever it may be, for as long as it needs to. So you matter, your health and your wellness matters 100%. Okay, so quick recap. Talked about a lot of things. I know I'm quite a talker here, but first and foremost, we talked about just understanding your body's natural rhythms and systems, so your circadian system, your rest and sleep cycles, how long you need to rest for, what's your optimal time to wake up. I know for me, I wake up with the sunrise naturally. I don't have to set an alarm. The sun is rising, my body's like, we're up. Some of you may just be optimal during the day. Some of you may be optimal at night. Some of you may be optimal early in the morning. Some of us may not know when we're optimal and we may have to explore. So, when do we naturally wake up? And sometimes that means turning off the alarm on your phone and just setting an intention the night before and saying, wake up when it's naturally best for you. Now, that could be a gamble because you could end up waking up mad late and like, oh my God. But do this at your own risk. Do this when you don't have a lot of important things to adhere to the next morning or the next day, just to kind of get a better understanding of what your system is like. The other thing that we talked about was nutrition, beginning to change your nutrition, shift your nutrition, becoming aware of what you're putting into your body. I guarantee you that if you're eating a lot of junk and fried and sweets and fake things, your body is not happy with you. I'm gonna just start telling you straight up, okay? All that junky shit is not gonna work. You're gonna really have to learn how to shift your eating habits and how to train yourself to begin to enjoy other flavors, such as, natural things, produce, fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts. And I'm gonna tell you, it may take a moment for you to make this transition, but your body will literally love you. It will love you so much, and you'll have way more energy than you would ever imagine just by shifting your diet alone. And if you're a big coffee drinker, but you're steady eating honey buns like 5 times a day, I guarantee you need coffee because your body is tired of processing all the dang honey buns and all the chemicals that's in the honey buns. It's using so much more extra energy to process all the toxins in your body. But if you switch your diet to a more holistic, to a fresher diet, your body has less time to spend on getting all the toxins from your food out of your body and more time to send more blood and more energy and more oxygen to the parts of your body that you really want to use and need for your business and for your personal life. Okay? Another thing that I want to talk about too is so during some of like your peaks and your low times, meaning your high energy and your low energy days or moments, you can ask yourself the question, if you haven't already explored automation tools, then this is something that you may want to explore for your business personally, also depending on what you're doing. So if you haven't gotten into, for example, chat boxes to kind of interact with your customers, filter questions and concerns and comments, and then ones that are meant to go to an actual person, they go to a person. That's something you can explore for your website. Another thing like social media posting automated, you could create batch content or hire somebody to create batch content and then post it on these automated systems, such as there's examples like Buffer that does Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and a couple other ones I believe. Then you have Plonoli that does Pinterest, and then there's a lot of other different sources out there. I think HubSpot may also offer some stuff too, so that may be something to explore. You can also do paid versions, where you're working with companies that offer some things like email automation, email segmentation. They give you pretty much all the resources that you need to do email marketing, just to keep up with your customers. Email segmentation, which means that you're basically categorizing your customers based on their needs, wants, and desires, and you can get that information based on their purchasing history or based on surveys and how they answer them. Another thing too, surveys, right? So you can work with companies that are really good at creating like design-friendly surveys, really aesthetically pleasing surveys is what I really mean here. Things that will really resonate with your audience. And of course, it's going to be dependent on your industry and your business. So definitely find the resources that are really awesome for your business and for your industry and take them there. And maybe if a lot of people in your industry aren't necessarily using some of these tools, but you're beginning to see, I can use some of these tools and they could be really helpful, then I recommend incorporate them as you need to. There's a lot of different automation tools out there. So I recommend taking a real good look at your business and figuring out, what are you doing so much of that you probably hate doing? That seems like such a drag. Or something that's like, you just don't want to do it, you know what I'm saying? Or it could be optimized. It could be done better by somebody else if you hired somebody, or if you just use an automation tool. It could give you a lot more time back so that you could focus on the grunt of creation, right? And be really focused on the things that you really want to do. So take a gander and a deep look at your business and figure out what can be optimized, what you still want to do yourself, and what can be outsourced to other people, right? Another thing I wanted to say about that, right, is that during your highs and low season, like if you know that there's a certain period of time where you just kind of need a rest and you need to relax, if you know you're about to be taking a vacation for a moment, you know you have certain times of the day where you just need to rest and you cannot do it, then it might be a good idea to also look at the automation tools for that. If you know that something big might be coming up that may impact your emotions, that may impact your feelings, and those emotions and feelings may thus impact your business and your business motion, forward momentum, and productivity, it's also a good idea to either look into outsourcing or automation tools to help during that period of time. You don't have to keep hold of them long term, but it just may be very useful to look into these things. It may literally take the added stress and pressure of, I have to perform during this really tough period of time in my life. It could really take that off your back so that you have more time to focus on yourself, your mental health, and your wellness. Okay, that could even mean something like, you may be going into surgery for something, or you may have to do downtime for something. How can you outsource or automate or even ask for help from your community or other trusted folks in your industry? How can you reach out and actually ask for the help that you need? There's so many tools and resources and even people available that can really help to make sure that we can stay optimized in our business and that our businesses can keep moving forward. This approach also can take a non-competitor approach, which I know sometimes is very different than what a lot of us may be used to, especially working in the type of society and economic system that we work in. So with some of the commentary I started in the very beginning, it's like, geez, I need a rest, but I can't because, right? What I would want to do is explore that because. I would want to explore that belief, right? I need to rest, but I can't because. So that's actually something that we're going to do. This is going to be the activity for this section, is exploring our beliefs around how we approach our business and how maybe we could approach it a little bit differently. And so this is something where I call narrative shifting, okay? Because it's important for us to understand the narratives that we have, and the narratives that can be either really helpful in sending us to the next level, or can be very limiting, because sometimes we may not realize it. A lot of times, a lot of the beliefs and perspectives that we have about ourselves, our business, and other people, and whatever else, a lot of them can be occurring very subconsciously or even unconsciously. And thus, we're filtering our actions, we're filtering our thoughts, we're filtering everything. We're filtering our interactions through these beliefs that either could be helping us or harming us. And it takes self-awareness, again, for us to have a better understanding of, is this belief helping me or is it harming me? Is this belief pushing my business to the next level, or is it limiting me? Is it causing more resistance than I would like? And this takes some reflection on the business structure, how you're approaching your business, the foundations, some of the beliefs that you have towards your business, and so much more. So we're going to start with just a calming breathwork exercise. There's a lot of different breathing exercises that I will be introducing to you all throughout the course of this series. So we're going to start with a very simple one, very common one. Maybe you know about it, maybe you don't, but this one is called the equal parts breath, which is also called box breathing. And we'll do a count of 4, which is you inhale for 4, you hold for 4, exhale for 4, and you hold for 4. And while we're doing this, in video 1, I showed you a belly breathing technique. And that means that you're breathing into your belly. So you're sending your breath down into your belly using your awareness. And as you inhale, your lower belly is expanding. So it's filling up like a balloon. And then as you exhale, it is contracting, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to breathe using our bellies during this box breathing pattern. And we'll do 5 rounds. So I'll count 4 inhales, 4 holds, 4 exhales, 4 holds, and then we'll keep doing this for 5 rounds. This is something that you can 100% do in the morning, at night, throughout your day. If you find yourself really stressed in the moment and somebody's talking crazy to you, you can do it right then and there. They don't have to know that you're doing it, but you can do it. And you can take your time doing it. You can increase the amount of time that you're doing it. You can do it instead of for 4, 4, 4, 4. You could do it for 5, 5, 5, 8, 8, 8, 3, 3, 3, to whatever you want. So we're just going to start with 4, and then you can design it however you want to moving forward. And then after we do a calming breathwork exercise, we're going to get into some narrative shifting. So below you'll find some questions and actually a downloadable worksheet that'll go accompanying this section. A very short, just to help you kind of get a better understanding what some of your beliefs may be, and a guided meditation, which I will be including as well, that will help you to navigate this. And let's see. Yeah, so that'll be those practices. So we'll have 2 practices for today, and way more practices to come. I literally am super excited to keep sharing. So let's get into the breathwork exercise. Okay, so get comfortable wherever you are. You can stand, lie down, or sit, however you want to be. And I would like you to just take a couple deep breaths with me first, just to loosen up the body a bit. So let's breathe in through our nose. You don't have to send the awareness. You don't have to send your breath down to your belly, just wherever you normally breathe. Just in. And let it out. You can sigh with me. You can move your body how you need to. Again, let's go in. And let it all out. And on this next inhale together, we're going to inhale and squeeze our shoulders up to our ears. Inhale in. And exhale out. release the body, release the shoulders, maybe move your head a little bit. Trying to wiggle a little bit, whatever makes you feel a little bit more comfortable. All right. So now you can relax, and I want you to just notice how your breathing is. I want you to take your time and just rest behind your eyes, rest your awareness behind your eyes, and you can look straight at the screen if that helps. And what you notice, are you breathing in your chest? Is your breath shallow? Is it deep? What's your breathing like? And when you're ready, I want you to now close your eyes, or you can keep them open. And now send your breath down to your belly. So on your next inhale, feel your belly expand like a balloon. And contract. If you like, you can breathe out of your mouth as you inhale into your nose. Or you can inhale into your nose and exhale out through your nose. Take a couple of more deep breaths, just in through your nose, feeling the belly expand and contract. Again, inhale in, expand, and contract. All right, so now just follow along with my count and breathe. Inhale in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, and 4. Return now to normal breathing, or if you'd like to keep doing this pattern, feel free to do so. I hope that you enjoyed that, and welcome back. I want you to know that this series is all about helping you to understand the importance of your well-being, helping you see just how much it matters for you to really put your health, your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, and your spiritual health first. And as you do that, everything else will continue to fall into place. There is a light at the end of that tunnel. And at this time, it's important to extend yourself grace and to accept yourself 100%. Especially in the moments where you feel like you're not being productive enough or that you can't give yourself the time to rest. I'm here to tell you that you can. And we'll explore the importance of rest and relaxation in another video. And I'll give you some deeper healing tools and techniques, some wellness tools and techniques to help you plunge deeper into that space when you do elect to plan for a moment of rest and retreat and rejuvenation. So as mentioned, there is a worksheet to help you explore some of your beliefs, some prompts to go along with that, and I want you to go ahead and work through it. It's a short exercise, but it's something that you can actually do every day. It's something that you can do as often as you need to, or as often as you feel is important for you to explore some of your personal narratives that could be holding you back, or whether or not you know or you don't know, or some of the narratives around your business and how things should go or shouldn't go, or whatever it may be. It's important for us to question our beliefs, because are our beliefs true every single day? Should they always be true? Sometimes I don't know. And there are some things that I know, oh yeah, that's totally true. I stand by that 100%. And some things I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I should question this or explore this a little bit deeper to see what comes up. And this is the only purpose of this. Not to change everything, not to convince you that your way of living is wrong. No, because you're right. Your way of living is right. It's right just for you. But just as right as everything could be, sometimes things could be explored a little bit deeper so that we can come to our own conclusions. We can gain our own insights and move forward how we know is best to. Allow your workday to be optimized to you. And once you're optimized, everything and anything that you create will thus be optimized as well. Remember that. Be well, stay well, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later.